ladies and gentlemen, Joe Brown. Come on.
He didn't win one single event but came out on top of England's Strongest Man.
Hello everyone. To those of you who have been following the channel, you may know I was competing this weekend, and guess what? I won. England's Strongest Man 2026. It's a massive trophy, the size of that. Big Thor's hammer. It's very heavy as well, actually. But yeah, I won. Bloody won it. No one was expecting that. I definitely wasn't. But I'm very, very happy and excited for the next year. So that qualifies me for UKS Strongest Man 2027. And we're just going to go through some of the events, how the day went and everything else whilst it's still warm in my mind. So, the order of the events. We did a 400 kilo deadlift, we did a 90 kilo monster dumbbell for reps, the daddy dumbbell, it's absolutely massive. We did third a 200 kilo duck walk, fourth was a pole deadlift, fisherman's deadlift for max, and then fifth were Atlas Stones 2 barrels. So,
2, event first.
1.
Let's see how they get on. There's a good pick up from Joe. A couple of stutters from Andrew.
Joe's going off in a tangent here. He's getting clear.
You can see Andrew's knees buckling just a little bit.
It is a heavy weight.
180 pound, Andrew. Come on.
Joe's made it to the line. Good solid run so far from Joe.
Yep, no mistakes.
Of 15 metres up the course.
He's looking to the line and he just wants to get there and get rid of that weight from his shoulders.
He looks quite comfortable. He looks quite comfortable in his first event. He's just coming up to the finish line and he's got it.
Joe for the win.
Solid time there for Joe.
For the win.
Yeah, first event, 400 kilo yoke. We didn't really have any warm-up kit for yoke, so we had a barbell and I did my usual routine, did some rhythmic squats, some bodyweight squats, some banatone knee extensions, all that kind of stuff, mainly getting my knees warm. And then I did my usual routine with my hips and everything else. The yoke was really unstable. It was, you know, like, so the down beams and the cross beams, there was a lot of space between them, so there's a lot of shaking. It was really my time when I did it. I thought, you know, I've done that kind of weight in a lot quicker, and I was thinking, I don't think this is going to stack up particularly well. I think I did it in about 32 seconds, 30 meters it was with a drop and turn. I was thinking, you know, it's not a great time. I was thinking I'd be mid-pack, maybe 8th, 9th, something like that. Ended up getting third place, was really happy with that. A lot of people struggled with it. It clearly wasn't an easy setup for a yoke, so made sense. Yeah, so I was really happy with that. Paul Smith came in first, and second was Josh Stanley, who beat me at Midlands Strongest Man. Very good yoke runner. I managed to just pip him at Midlands, but yeah, this time I think he beat me by 2 seconds, something like that, 2 or 3 seconds. So yeah, that was a good result for me still. Top 3, any event, I'm happy. Went on to the dumbbell next.
Just build on that. That's a good rep.
Really good there from Joe. Very confident.
Andrew.
Yep.
Drew just missed grooving.
Dumbbell doing a great job. Joe doing exceptionally well.
Great job
doing
here.
a good job here.
Looks very solid.
Not returning to the floor either. You can just see that little jump when he locks his legs and makes his legs do that work, which gives him time just to lock his tricep in.
So powerful.
This is good. Very, very good.
I mean, I know I said Will was a masterclass. Completely different technique from Will with the floor to overhead, but 5 reps there from the shoulder is absolutely phenomenal. He's going to just needs one more to go ahead of Alex Ferry.
You see that Dean Drew taking smelling salts halfway through. Mistake.
Yeah,
it's a mistake.
Wasting a little bit of time.
Smelling salts are not going to help this lift.
Come on, Big Joe.
I think the boys might be struggling a little bit with the heat today.
Yeah, it's got to
Another
make
rep there
it's
for
got to
Joe.
make that handle a little bit slippery.
and the dumbbell it's called the Daddy dumbbell for good reason. It's big, kind of globe style dumbbell, but the handle is absolutely massive. So I think it's 3¼ inches, and it is honestly the biggest handle I've ever used on a dumbbell. Bigger than a Rogue, bigger than your standard monster dumbbells that you get in gyms, loadable ones. Absolutely huge. But it was a really good event for me, actually, and I've invested a lot of time into it, and it paid off. So I got 6 reps, and that got me 3rd place again. First place was Paul Smith again with 8 reps, I believe, and then Will Ralph was in 2nd place with 7. So yeah, I was again really happy with that result. I managed to do 5 of my reps from the shoulder, and then my 6th I dropped it, gave myself a 10 to 15 second break, and then did my final rep. But yeah, again, really good result for me to come 3rd with that. I thought 6 reps would be a good number, but I didn't know what other people were going to do on it. It is a very hard piece of kit to use, and I wasn't sure what the likes of Alex Ferry were going to do on it. I know Will's a great dumbbell presser, so I didn't know what he was going to do on it. I pretty much knew that Paul was going to win this event. Again, but Flynn, I didn't know what Andy Flynn was going to do on this event either. All these guys are very capable at dumbbells, so yeah, on the day I got 6 reps, and that was good enough for 3rd. So happy with that. Then we went on to the duck walk. This was probably the hardest event of the day, in my opinion. I felt sick for about 20 minutes afterwards. It was horrible.
2, 1.
See what they can
Good
do.
pick up.
Confident from Joe.
Yep. That's a good pace. Alex Ferry's
very
coming now,
fast.
quite quickly, short
Yeah,
steps.
absolutely. And I think that's going to put Joe under pressure. If you can feel someone coming up on you from the behind, it's really puts the pressure on them. Look at them go.
Yes, Alex is getting quicker. But it looks like it's dropping a little bit now. Is he going to get much further?
He's going to make that turn though, there.
You can almost see it starting to drop as it gets lower to the ground, as it's opening the hands up. But this is a gutsy performance. This is very gutsy.
Oh, what a phenomenal performance.
I'd only done 45 metres in training, and it was really hard. So a PB, was happy with it when I did it. I knew it was going to stack up well, because obviously I came out quite late in the running for this, because I was top 3 on the last event. So I knew it had scored me well already, and there was 2 guys left to go. It was Paul and Will. Will went out there and did a really good, I think he did 50 something metres, 51 metres maybe, and then I think Flynn just pipped him with about 53 metres, something like that. So yeah, Flynn won this event. Again, I got 3rd place with this, and then I think Paul dropped a few points on this event. I think he was maybe 5th or 6th, something like that. Shout out to Adam King, who trains sometimes at Strength Asylum. He did really well in this event, and I think I only beat him by 0.9 of a metre on this, but yeah, he did really well. Again, happy with that, top 3 on an event like that. I really did not think I was going to get top 3 on a max distance event. That is not what I'd call my bread or butter, my preferred event, or my forte in general. This is not the kind of thing I normally enjoy, but yeah, really happy with that. So the next one was the fishing pole deadlift. So this was an unknown, and it was stressing me out, because obviously at this point I've gone top 3 in every event. I know I'm doing really well. I'm thinking I'm on for a podium here. A lot of unknowns. No one's really practiced it. It turns out on the day we could actually use tacky on the pole as well, which none of us knew. He's not run this event in Ultimate Strongman since 2014, I think he said, something like that. In its current format with like a mat. It was interesting, and it was I actually enjoyed it more than I thought I was going to. Maybe partly because I was pretty good at it, but there was a lot of lifts because we weren't really sure where the numbers would stack up. You know, we didn't know how good people were going to be at it, but there was about 3 lifts, I think, that nearly everyone got.
Takes home some money.
See, look how smooth that is. It just doesn't look like he's struggling.
That's a podium.
Yeah.
That's a podium.
He's going to secure his points here.
And then people started to drop off after the third. I think I topped out at 15 kilos, or maybe, no, 17.5 kilos, I think. It went up in 2.5 kilo increments. But obviously this is on the end of a bar and I'm lifting it over here, and it's a, you know, however many foot pole. So whatever you put on here, and I'm lifting it here by the hinge, it's a lot heavier. So yeah, it was actually a good event in the end, and there was some like displacement in the numbers. I think.
Connie, it is massive points. You're right in the audience. This will be huge for him.
Joe has been phenomenal on this so far. Starting to take the strain now, but
wow.
Nice, good. He's done very well.
How important
this is so important for him
as he fights for that podium.
Drew Redfern absolutely smashed this, and then I can't remember who he was in joint first with someone else. It was either Flynn or Dean Mason, one of the two. But yeah, I ended up coming joint second with someone. I think I might have been joint second with Flynn, and then Dean might have joined first, something like that. Good points for me again, amazing. Had no idea what I was going to get coming into this event. So at this point, we finished this event. Paul, it was me. I was in second place. Paul was in first, I think, before the fishing pole deadlift, and then perhaps Will was in third, I think, something like that. But this flew me up into first. So after the pole deadlift, I was in first place by 4.5 points, and Flynn and Paul Smith and Will Ralph were in joint second behind me, and I think Flynn was in third. But yeah, all to play for. There was still, you know, if I'd have balls up the stones, someone else could have took the title off me, and you know, those guys were playing for second and third as well. So all to play for, going into stones made it really exciting. We did a run up to 160. Anyone that knows Ultimate Strongman stones knows that the 160 stone is extremely hard. It's massive, it's dusty, it's, you know, it's disgusting. Really hard stone to lift. We went out last with Paul, so Paul must have been in joint second because I was with Paul. So me and Paul were out last. Will unfortunately had a bit of a stinker on the run. Didn't do what I know he's capable of on stones. Andy had a fantastic run. Did all 5 stones extremely quickly. I knew there was no beating him, but I knew I didn't need to beat him. I needed to not lose a load of points on Paul.
Amazing 4.5 prongs. What a performance in his debut.
He's enjoying this.
He's enjoying himself
could
today.
He be England's strongest man? In lane 2, Joe Bride. Strongmen for the final time today. Take a position.
On
Referee,
your marks.
take it away.
3, 2, 1.
Paul's going to need to rely on all his experience from the past and just not panic and do what he needs to do.
Both guys get
Whereas
the
Joe
stone
just needs
on
to make
very,
no
very
mistakes.
Fast, Paul.
I tell you what, Joe's lifting him in one movement off the floor.
Isn't he?
And Big Joe
Very
is
good
going
If he
performance
gets
here.
this is going to secure it for him.
He wants the title.
I think that's enough for
That's
Joe.
enough for Joe.
It probably will be the win for
But as
him.
we said,
And he knows
Paul's got to
it.
get this.
Paul also knows what he's got to do.
He's an experience to be able to sit in that position. That's a difficult thing to do, but it's at least he's not wasting energy sat there. He's in a position where it's not wasting energy.
It's not that there's no drive.
No,
I think
no drive,
that
no.
fishing
Stuck
pole
on the last
just took it
stone.
from him.
Let's get behind him. Our final 2 competitors.
If Joe loads this, he's had the comp of his life today.
Big Joe
It's on.
slapped her.
It's going to
Let's
go
go
on.
on.
Yeah.
Well done, Joe.
Mate.
Did the first 4 stones, The 140 was, it felt really easy up to the 140. The 160, I went to grip on it and I just didn't have enough tacky really. I knew I could do it once I'd felt it. I thought I can lift that. So I'd put a load of tack on and brought it into my hands. Gave myself 10 seconds, then lifted it, got it up. Only.
Yeah! Well, amazing work from Joe. I don't think anybody saw that coming today. Probably Joe saw it coming. He knew what he was capable of, but
come on, Paul
definitely
Smith.
went under the radar here, didn't it, today?
He's definitely stepped up today.
Absolutely.
And as we've said, he's never really dominated, has he?
No, he's
not dominated, he's just been consistent. He's just
2 out of 16 in the lineup did that last stone, me and Flynn. I was really, really happy. I don't think I actually needed to do it, but I just wanted to secure 100% my win, and that's what it did. So here we are. Like I say, did not expect to be making this video. Didn't expect to have won it. Overjoyed that I did. So yeah. Thanks very much for watching. It's a very quick one, I know, but just wanted to get something out while the iron's hot and, you know, satiate the masses, because, you know, I know this will get millions of views. Thanks everyone for watching. See you again. Bye.